Now you have removed your top priority debt, whether it was the smallest or the highest interest rate. You've removed it and you've eliminated that. Celebrate. You've done it. Really good. Well done to you. You've removed that top priority debt. Now, the same amount of money that you had prioritized into that first debt, including plus the money you've saved for actually paying off the debt itself, you now have more expenditure. You now want to put both of those aspects into the next priority debt and really go gazelle intensity at paying the next debt down. Now you may start to see that compounding effect, because as you are removing debt, you are getting more and more expenditure that's not going out. It means you can reinvest that new expenditure that you have into your next debt and work your way through those debts one at a time, celebrating each one as they come. And because you are paying those minimum payments on those other debts that are not your priority, in actual fact, by the time you come around to those debts that were not your priority, they're smaller than they were at the start. You've been chipping away at them a little bit at a time. This is like an RPG game. You're doing an RPG game and you go to the big boss, you will die straight away. You need to build that character. You need to build that momentum so you are ready for when the time comes of the big boss, of the big debt. So that's what you're doing. You're compounding all the savings that you're making throughout this course. Also, I also want you to put towards your debts that 10% of all you earn. I know this is contradicting because I did say previously this is for you to keep. You will do that in future and you will put that money to work, but that 10% needs to pay down that debt. You've got your emergency fund ready there. You need to pay down that debt and get rid of it. The previous money that you saved from reducing your expenditures and cancelling your expenditures, you need to put this into paying down your debt. Now just imagine, just to keep you motivated, just imagine what you will feel like the day that your final debt is paid. And all that money that's compounded, all that saving money that has compounded, no longer needs to be paid to anyone else. That money will be freed up and it will be disposable income for you. Imagine what that's going to feel like. I need you to stay motivated through this and get through those debts. So you are reducing reducing the debts down to the minimum payments. You're paying off the top priority. Once you remove that first debt, the money that you were using to pay into that debt, you then move it on to the next one, and then move both of those first two top priority expenditures into the third one, and they compound and compound and compound and keep compounding, and it will go fast. So by the time you get to your last debt, you will actually find that you have a compounding effect of disposable income working your way through that debt. So you must do this and get through this, and we're never going to have debt again after we've got rid of this debt. But we're never going to have bad debt again anyway. We're going to have good debt in future, but we're going to get rid of all the bad debt for now. So you must work your way through this.